Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, I got some bad news. The party in famous Lapa is dead. And same goes for our beloved fancy Leblon. Luckily, a new nightlife area has emerged to take their place. And I'll show you just how to find it. Hold on tight, this is Rio's new hot party scene.
Welcome to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. And I'm gonna be honest, this video has taken way longer than it had to.
And the reason is purely selfish.
I simply don't want all of you guys around here.
But at some point, fair is fair. So here it is, the new party heaven in Rio de Janeiro, which almost no gringos have found so far.
Please treat this place with some care and discretion.
A party week in Rio de Janeiro does not look like it used to.
Ladies and gentlemen, the party scene has changed dramatically the last few years.
Those Tuesday boat parties now full of guys, and big samba parties are scarce. Club Vitrine has lost its shimmer, and crowded nights in Lapa is a thing of the past.
Where to go has totally changed the last few years.
Finding the best party of the day now requires some effort by checking which events are trending on social media. Well, apart from Pedra this weekly party event has kept growing bigger and bigger for every year, now reaching a size where the tiny alleys can barely accommodate the thousands of people flooding in every Monday night. Aside from the general tourist boom in Rio, one reason to Pedra popularity boost is other areas simply becoming less fun.
Spoiler, Lapa and Leblon are dead. Cheers! Anonymous cameraman.
Don't worry guys, I got you. Lapa in the Central District has been the undisputed nightlife zone of Rio for decades, but something has happened.
Alright, so here we are in Lapa.
This is nothing like how Lapa used to look 9 p.m. on a Friday just 2 years ago. Back then, the main square would already be packed as you arrived, with several options for a great pre-party, with actual queues at the drink stands. And as the night progressed, the whole area would fill up, with the main problem not being finding the party, but which party to choose. These days, the main dilemma some weekends is finding any people to party with at all.
This is how it looks, Lapa on a Friday, 9 p.m.
My concern for how much longer will these places even survive?
This place used to be loaded with people, loaded with vendors, and obviously way much more party.
What's even sadder, Google and just about any AI tool still promotes Lapa as the obvious nightlife option with huge street parties every weekend.
And we gotta be fair, it's still kind of early for Lapa, and there's been a little rain in the air, but still, this looks nothing like how Lapa used to be 9 o'clock on a Friday just a couple of years ago.
And here's another problem. With those glory days now being a thing of the past and the party crowd being greatly decimated, you'll be even more exposed as a gringo. Let's put it like this, of the people still here, there's now a higher percentage not having your best interest in mind, especially women.
The only thing that seems consistent here, it's the traffic. But it's not traffic to get people to Lapa anymore, it's just traffic to get through Lapa.
Okay, I've said a lot of negative stuff. There's still cool people here, just less.
Hey. Brazil!
Yep, that used to be one of Lapa's hottest clubs. Now it's just a walking street. How did this happen?
My personal theory, at some point, so the problems in Lapa were just too much. People are scared to come here, girls are scared to come here, and eventually the party died.
Yep, Lapa now has mostly guys.
You ruined the best party in Rio.
One last look at how things looked a regular weekend 2 years ago. Now it has to be a special event for the square to light up like that. But on the flip side, waiting times for drinks are much shorter.
Time to drink those sorrows away.
And yes, it's still worth visiting Lapa.
Lapa, I still love you.
Just don't come expecting a big party.
It's 9:41 p.m. Time for the next place.
Yes, where the people actually hang out.
Finding the wildest Rio nightlife has definitely become trickier, especially since let's just go to Lapa is no longer an option. Just a couple of years ago, simply knowing the day of the week would give a pretty good idea of the different nightlife options. These days, you need to stay on top of Instagram to catch the party crowd. Here are some of the accounts I recommend you to follow to know what's going on in the clubs and on the streets.
The first one is for ticket events, while these two track street parties.
And having internet is not just crucial for planning the party. You'll need it for the Uber home, to trade Instagram with all those cuties, and to navigate the slightly chaotic Rio terrain. And yeah, you can forget about hotspots in Rio.
Yeah, there aren't any.
Which brings us to today's sponsor, eSIM from Holafly. It was actually recommended to me by my own clients, and heck yeah, it beats the crap out of bringing your passport to a physical store and waiting 3 hours to maybe get a Brazilian SIM card to work. The Holafly eSIM provides you with unlimited data for more than 200 destinations, with plans spanning from 1 to 90 days, and some emergency data in case your trip got a little longer than you planned. Setting it up literally takes 2 minutes, and you get to keep both your regular SIM card and your WhatsApp number. And yeah, it works better in Brazil than any other eSIM I've heard of. On top, absolutely no hidden costs, a 6-month refund policy, and a 24/7 support team.
And yep, I use it myself. It's once again 9 o'clock.
And now, same time, next place.
And all those people abandoning Lapa and Leblon, they gotta go somewhere, right? Yep, this is the secret area almost no gringos know.
Here we have it. The cool kids' new watering hole. Tchau, amigo. Gávea.
Ah, so this is where all the people were. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new Lapa alternative.
And it's just filling up. For the sake of credibility, let's verify the time.
E amigo, você sabe que horas são?
São 9h14.
14 minutes after 9, Saturday night. Sábado, eh?
Bom demais. Very good.
Gávea, or rather Praça Santos Dumont, feels like a mix of Botafogo and Leblon, just a tad younger. Girls are well dressed and guys have shorts and t-shirt.
Olá meninas! Tudo bem? Onde temos a maior festa do Rio?
Bosque Bar.
Yeah, it's fair to say it's Rio's best club, and it just happens to be located in Gávea, just a 3-minute walk from here. But that wasn't really a secret.
A gente gosta muito do Belmonte do Leblon.
Come on girls, this is not a party.
Mas Belmonte só é restaurante, nem não tem música, nada.
Não tem música.
Mas é bom, vale a pena
Mas
conhecer.
é bom, vale a pena. É um ponto turístico do Rio.
E Bosque Bar também.
Bosque Bar.
Saúde!
This is the perfect place to train your social skills and get a few Instagrams. Don't worry, we'll get to the club soon.
This right here, it's the pre-party area where people get loaded up before venturing out to the nightclub.
How come so few gringos know about this area when it's so close to Bosque Bar? Well, cause everyone uses Uber, and coming from Copacabana or Ipanema, you don't pass these streets.
And best of all, this area is 100% safe. No risk of getting your stuff stolen in Gávea.
Nunca aconteceu nada aqui nessa rua.
Nunca aconteceu nada. Carioca é muito esperto.
Não, eu sou carioca, nunca fui assaltada, então assim, é tranquila.
The Gávea nightlife is mostly about hanging out, talking on the street, but there are some decent bars. Roofy Bar, yeah, that's a real name, it's my clear favorite. And remember, the whole point of this bar street is to strike up some conversation and having a few decent drinks. More than decent, in fact. And even better, Roofy Bar is surprisingly cheap.
$5.
And although Roofy Bar is all about slowly starting the night, it actually has a really good DJ. Totally worth the visit. If standing on the street talking feels awkward, you can build some courage in any of the several sports bars. Or get your beer to go.
Chopp, por favor.
That's pretty much exactly $2.
Desculpa, amigas.
Tudo bem?
Tá filmando já?
Onde tem uma meio festa do Rio.
Gávea.
Gávea e Leblon. Zona Sul.
Embaixo Gávea.
Onde a gente está agora, né?
Exatamente.
E por que vocês gostam de Gávea?
É mais seguro, tem gente bonita. E que mais?
E música, galera assistindo futebol na rua.
Galera assistindo o jogo brasileirão aqui na rua.
Pode comer um sushi também, se você quiser.
Ah, tem comida boa aqui também.
Boa também.
Then people start leaving for the clubs, most of them going to Rio's new Gringo-free club area.
And that, my friends, was pre-party at Gávea. Now, for the real party.
Yes, get an Uber or a motorcycle. Walking all the way to the club area will take about 20 minutes. And talking about party, book me to perfect your dating skills to stay safe in Rio and for the perfect wingman and party. And to know what's going on in Rio de Janeiro on a daily basis, don't forget to follow my Instagram account, Swedish Gringo. Okay, before the party, we just gotta have a look at how Leblon has changed the past years.
What about Leblon? Well, this is it.
Obrigado.
This is how the posh, formerly pretty festive area Leblon looks at 8 p.m. on a Saturday with perfect weather. And this is how it used to look early Saturday evening just 3 years ago. Big loud crowds, music on the streets and Caipirinhas stalls in the corners. A place to get the party feeling going or stay in all night. Don't panic, the rich and beautiful are still here. There's just less of them, and they're bored.
Leblon is an excellent venue if you want to have great food and see some beautiful people. But can you hear that? Or rather not hear it. There's absolutely no music going on here.
Rumor has it was Leblon's apartment owners who demanded a ban on music to ensure their beauty sleep.
Let's put it like this. It's pretty good to practice your social skills, especially if we're talking to those real cuties. But fun? No, not particularly fun.
I've completely stopped going to Leblon unless I want a good restaurant.
And that right there is the big tragedy. When music died here, party died with it.
If you weren't around back then, it might be hard to imagine, but weekends in Leblon used to be a spectacle to look forward to. The whole square would be a sea of people drinking, playing music and mingling. And the hookup chances, they were decent. This is Leblon Square today. The Boa Praça restaurant is still there and it's a totally fine restaurant, but the whole square dead.
I remember just 4 years ago when I was fairly new to Rio, how this whole square would just be full to the brim with people holding stereos, people playing instruments, just having a good time. Now, Saturday night, I can just walk across the square talking in my normal voice. Sad. Please, party people, come back to Leblon.
Even this guy looks bored. Enough complaining. If it wasn't for the other places dying, this one probably wouldn't exist.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at our destination. Rio's new nightlife area, Gávea Lagoa. In my opinion, the best area to have fun at night in Rio de Janeiro.
So where is this place? Well, the name Lagoa kind of says it all. It's by the side of the lake just north of Ipanema, about 10-15 minutes with an Uber.
No, I had not quite anticipated this. The line to my favorite place is simply massive.
As you might have noticed, yes, the man-to-female ratio here is pretty good, and almost no gringo as far as the eyes can see, until this video gains traction.
Yes, and be aware, average age here is a little lower, so if you're 25-30, congratulations.
But geez, tonight seems a little younger than usual.
They are good. Oh, that's that Caipirinha. That's a happy girl. So, ladies, what do you think about our chances getting into this club tonight?
Almost zero. Look at this line. What? So big.
Is this the best club in Rio?
Yes! We thought we were gonna get in for free, but we run late, so
Oh,
we
damn.
have to pay now.
That's never an issue for us guys, though. We never get in free. All right, Ben. So what do you think about our chances getting in here tonight? Not great.
Let's just enjoy some previous footage of Aldeia Bar, which is currently my favorite weekend club in Rio de Janeiro. Although a bit smaller than Parque Bar, it makes up for it with lower prices and friendlier atmosphere. And DJ is awesome.
Melhor balada do Rio ou não?
Entrance, if arriving late, will be about $20. Caipirinha 8.
Let's go!
Aldeia Bar is open Friday to Sunday. Girls typically get free drinks until midnight, and hookup chances more than okay. Party starts peaking just after midnight Fridays and Saturdays, while Sundays start early. Dance floor is good, and another perk is the open area furthest from the stage, which is the perfect place to catch your breath and have a proper conversation. If you are a social monster, this is probably the club in Rio where you're gonna collect the most new phone numbers.
Do you feel like waiting in line an hour or checking out all the other clubs around in the area?
I think we're going somewhere else, yeah.
But great place though.
I recommend, and we don't have to walk far.
Luckily, in this part of Rio, you're never out of options. We're simply heading to the place next door.
Which seems to have some hip-hop thing going on for the moment. Well, however the music starts around here, it will always end with Brazilian funky. Parque Bar is the original venue in the area. It started out as an outdoor restaurant, but is nowadays mostly famous for its new club, playing a mix of international hits, samba, pagode, and funky. This one is more of a Pandora's box when coming to crowd and vibe. Sometimes insanely good, sometimes a high school party. If this place isn't full by midnight, it means people chose the next door place instead.
So, what to say about Parque Bar? Well, it's kind of a slightly smaller version of Aldeia, but with a little more unpredictable average age.
Sometimes pretty mixed, other times the place is full of people barely old enough to drink Caipirinha. Have a good peek inside before you enter.
Today we're going for the next place. Are you two getting your own place in Rio de Janeiro to rent out for crazy profit? My second apartment is now on Airbnb, and let's put it like this, I don't need to make any YouTube videos to survive in Brazil anymore. Reach out for legal assistance or help to manage your property.
Amigas, onde está a melhor festa do Rio? Hoje é sábado. Melhor lugar hoje? Parque Bar. O que vocês acham sobre Aldeia e Caza?
Aldeia é muito bom. Nunca fui no Caza. O Parque me faz bem. É sensacional.
Isso é um novo lugar para sair, né? Muito melhor que Lapa.
Meninas, o que aconteceu com Leblon? Não tem música mais.
Queito para caralho?
Porque Leblon tem muito heterotop. Sabe o que é heterotop? Você conhece essa expressão?
E como é ele aqui, né?
Você é heterotop. Brincadeira, você não é heterotop, não. Você não é.
Pessoas chatos.
Uma pessoa mais playboyzinha.
Playboyzinho.
So if you're a playboy, you go to Leblon. If not, come here to Gávea.
Okay, but what the heck is Caza Bar? It's the third major nightlife spot in the area.
Now that looks better.
Yes, one of these three always has a slightly more mature crowd every weekend, and they're all within a 3-minute walk of each other, so browse around before deciding. And don't worry, this place will fill up as we're moving past midnight. Until then, let's have ourselves a $7 Caipirinha. Also, going to any of these three places means you save about 40% compared to Parque Bar. Music here is a bit more local, meaning you'll get a lesson in Brazilian pagode and funky as well as some reggaeton between the Rihanna hits. I should be honest about Aldeia Bar being my favorite amongst the three, being the biggest, while the other two serve as backup.
There's also a pretty cool club just a couple of minutes north of Aldeia, Kingston Club.
This place opened a year ago playing reggae-style music. Well, not anymore.
Just because I said so, it's obviously closed.
That, my friends, is how fast the nightlife scene in Rio changes. Go catch that rainbow before it disappears.
That's it, folks. Now you have some brand new party alternatives in Rio, instead of going all the way to Lapa only to get disappointed. And as I've said before, please try to keep this a secret.
And don't forget to hit me up for some safety training and ground rules before you arrive. It will make your stay smoother and definitely more fun. Also, check description for your copy of my Single Man's Guide to Rio or my Ultimate Rio Travel Guide. And for help with real estate investment and renting out your apartment, check description or reach out to me in an email. Thanks for watching and be safe.